This is Abhiram Kanduri. I'm back again with yet another topic, which is trigonometry. Before that, please subscribe my channel if you did not subscribe and click on the bell to notify my new videos. Today's topic is about trigonometry. Trigonometry, one of the biggest topics in mathematics and which plays an important role in day-to-day lives too. First of all, what is trigonometry? Trigonometry is a branch of mathematics dealing with the relations and the sides, angles of triangles and with the relevant functions of any angles. From where did this trigonometry word has been derived? The word trigonometry is taken from Latin language, which means the first word is trigonon, which means triangle, and the second word is metron, which means measure. The basic meaning of trigonometry is the measure of triangles. First, when did this trigonometry has been discovered? This trigonometry was discovered in heliocentric world during the 3rd century before Christ. From applications of geometry to astronomical studies. The trigonometry that we are discussing now is mainly based on the right angle triangles. First, let's start with naming the sides in a right angle triangle. Let's take a right angle triangle. Right angle at B. This is A and this is C. Let's call this triangle ABC. In triangle ABC, we can consider angle CAB as angle A, where A is an acute angle. Hence, AC is the longest side. It is called as hypotenuse. The side opposite to the right angle is the longest side and is called as hypotenuse. Here you observe the position of side BC with respect to the angle A. It is called opposite to the angle A. Hence we can call it as opposite side to angle A. And remaining side AB can be called as adjacent side to angle A. So by the conclusion, we can say AC is equal to hypotenuse BC is equal to opposite side and finally AB is equal to adjacent side. To angle A. Then let's go for defining the trigonometric ratios. Let us consider another triangle ABC, right angled at B, and let us take angle CAB. From before, we can call this side as opposite side to angle A, this as hypotenuse since it is opposite to the right angle, and this side is adjacent to angle A. First of all, how many are the trigonometric ratios? There are 6 trigonometric ratios, which are sine, cosine, tangent, cosecant, secant, and finally cotangent. Then let's come serial wise. The definition of sine angle, that is sine A, can be defined as, let's come to the triangle once again. Sine A can be defined as the ratio of opposite side to the angle A to the hypotenuse. Hence, we can conclude that the ratio of opposite side of an angle to the length of the hypotenuse is constant in all similar right angles. This ratio will be termed as sine of that angle. That is, sine A is equal to opposite side by hypotenuse. We simply write it as sine A. Then what about cos A? The length of the side adjacent to the angle A to the hypotenuse is termed as cosine angle. Hence, we can conclude that the ratio of the adjacent side of an angle and the length of the hypotenuse is constant in all similar right angles. This ratio will be termed as cosine of that angle. Cosine A is equal to adjacent side by hypotenuse. Which will be written as cos A. Then coming to the tan A, tangent angle. The ratio of opposite side to angle A to adjacent side to the angle A is termed as tangent. Then similarly, the ratio of opposite side and adjacent side of an angle is constant and it can be termed as tangent of that angle. Tangent A is equal to opposite side by adjacent side, which can be written as tan A. Coming to the other three trigonometric ratios, cosecant A is equal to 1 by sine A, which means cosecant A is the reciprocal of sine A, that equal to hypotenuse by opposite side. Then cot A is the reciprocal of tan A, which is adjacent side by opposite side. Secant A is equal to the reciprocal of cos A, which can be written as hypotenuse by adjacent side. Now let's come to the quadrants. Quadrants are meant for describing the 360 degrees angle. Here this is 90 degrees, 90 degrees, this is 90 degrees, and this is 90 degrees. The sum of all gives us the 360 degrees. The first quadrant, angle lies between theta 0 less than theta less than 90 degrees. The second quadrant, angle lies between 90 less than theta less than 180 degrees. The third quadrant, angle lies between 180 less than theta less than 270 degrees. The fourth quadrant, the angle lies in 270 less than theta less than 360 degrees. These four lines are called as quadrant angles, which are meant for 90, 180, 270 and 360 degrees. The first quadrant, sin theta, cos theta, tan theta, cosecant theta, secant theta and cot theta, all are positive. That means any value of theta, all these trigonometric ratios are positive. The second quadrant, sin theta, cosecant theta are positive and all other trigonometric ratios are negative. The third quadrant, tan theta, cot theta are positive and all other ratios are negative. The fourth quadrant and the last quadrant, cos theta and secant theta are positive and all other ratios are negative. Now it's time to start seeing the values of trigonometric ratios. Let us see the values of trigonometric ratios of all the above discussed angles in a tabular form. Here from left to right have some basic angles, and from top to bottom I have the trigonometric ratios. Now sin 0 degrees is 0, sin 30 degrees is 1 by 2, sin 45 degrees is 1 by root 2, sin 60 degrees is root 3 by 2 and sin 90 degrees is 1. Coming to cos 0 degrees is 1, cos 30 degrees is root 3 by 2, cos 45 degrees is 1 by root 2, cos 60 degrees is 1 by 2 and cos 90 is 0. Tan 0 degrees is 0, tan 30 is 1 by root 3, tan 45 is 1, tan 60 is root 3 and tan 90 is not defined. Now let me tell a logic in remembering these values. Sin 0, 1 by 2, 1 by root 2, root 3 by 2 and 1. Coming to cos, just write it from right to left. 1, root 3 by 2, 1 by root 2, 1 by 2 and 0. Then tan, as we know, tan theta is equal to sin theta by cos theta. Divide them. Tan theta equal to 0 by 1, which tends to 0, and 1 by 2 by root 3 by 2 is 1 by root 3. 1 by root 2 by 1 by root 2 is 1. Root 3 by 2 by 1 by 2 is root 3, and 1 by 0, which is actually not defined. Coming to cot, secant and cosecant, we know that cot is the reciprocal of tan. Then write 0 by, then 1 by 0 is not defined. Root 3, 1 by root 3 by 1 is root 3. Cot 45 is 1. 1 by root 3 is 1 by root 3. This is 1 by 0, and 1 by 0 is then 0. You know that secant is the reciprocal of cos. 1 by 1 is 1, then 2 by root 3, root 2, 2, then 1 by 0 is not defined. And coming to cosec, as you know, cosec is the reciprocal of sine. 1 by 0 is not defined. It's 2, root 2, 2 by root 3 and 1. Hence we can see that as here sine, we can write the cos from right to left. In the same way, secant, we can write cosecant from right to left, not defined. 2, root 2, 2 by root 3 and 1. I hope you understood the topic today. Thanks for watching.